Hey everyone, it's Manny here. Welcome back for another deep dive. I've just gotten out of the weekly IAGON AMA and I'm feeling quite bullish. Today's video has been requested by fellow IAGONaut Headwest. Thanks for the request. I hope I show the information you were interested in being shared and do it justice. Remember to follow me here on X or subscribe to me on YouTube for more deep dives and news, and leave a comment for any feedback or requests. In this video, I'll be talking about tokenomics, nodes, and revenue. First, we're going to talk about the overall tokenomics very briefly. My main focus for this video is more so node revenue. Here we have a pie chart displaying the allocations made by the IAGON team. So our main focus for this video is the community incentive sector, which is this larger green part here, which at the time of the pie chart being made was 461 million IAGON token allocation. Please note, this chart was made in 2023. Using a blockchain viewer or tap tools, you can actually track these allocations yourself. They're clearly labeled ADA handles. Yeah, you can see them. As mentioned before, this chart was made back in 2023, so these values have changed as the team has been spending the funds for their allocated purposes. Of the previously mentioned 461 million IAG tokens, the team has allocated 100 million tokens to plump up the rewards for early node operators, since revenue streams are low at the moment. This incentivizes early node operators to join and participate in the network, effectively bootstrapping the whole infrastructure. Now, this next slide may look like a giant mess, but we're going to go through it together and I'll explain what's going on. So first, we have storage users who spend their money on subscriptions monthly and yearly for some storage. And the subscriptions are converted to stable coins. And during their commitment periods, so either 1 month or 1 year, they're accruing interest. So this stablecoin plus interest and the rewards that I just mentioned streamline here to some income, and we as the nodes receive 90% of that. 7% go to the treasury and 3% go towards buybacks. So this 90% is IAGON tokens to the nodes, and it is then split between node operators and delegates depending on the margins. So if you're a node operator in your tokens, you're getting 100%, and if you're a delegate and you've delegated to a node, you're getting whatever's left of the margin. So for example, if the node operator has said, hey, my margin's 70%, I want 70% of your APR, then you get the 30% remaining, which would be 3% in this case. So at the moment, we've just got the storage users providing revenue plus the treasury. But actually there's just been some announcements of partnerships. So future enterprises and other revenues. So let's take a look at that. So recently actually, the IAGON team had made an announcement with Worth, and they're going to be pretty much printing 3D printing parts instead of making them and shipping them from a central location, which is cheaper for everyone. So this partnership was going to generate anywhere between 50 to 100 million revenue. Now, this estimate was based on 2 countries under the Worth program using it. So for example, like Worth Canada or Worth Europe, whatever, right? Now, instead, Worth has changed their mind and they're going to make every Worth globally follow this program. So this revenue from 50 to 100 million is actually going to be significantly more. And the revenue estimated is to hit 1 billion in 2030. I imagine that number is now going to be higher as well, right? So let's just use the upper number of this bracket. Just to be conservative, I imagine this number is now going to be a lot higher. But 2 to 5% of this revenue is going to go to nodes. So 2 to 5% of 100 million is going to go to nodes. And then it's going to be converted to stablecoins and interest. So we start back at square one here, and it's another stream of revenue, right? So as I said before, there are many more other partnerships from enterprises that are being worked on. The most famous one is the infamous F50, which is either Apple, Dell, Google, or Microsoft. Now, based on my recent poll, you guys think it's Dell. So we'll see what happens with that. There is a growing list of Worth partners. So new Worth partners are our partners too, as IAGON holders, right? So keep an eye on that and see who's added to the list. Future patent infringement revenue, cloud court revenue, growing storage revenue, compute revenue, and new business cases. So IAGON have actually stated in the AMA that they are inundated in cold calls from enterprises who want to partner with them, but they simply don't have the manpower to facilitate that at the moment. This Worth revenue will be put towards hiring more staff to facilitate more enterprise partnerships. So effectively, this Worth partnership and the revenue will create exponential growth. So I'm incredibly bullish on this. We are so early. I don't think anyone understands and appreciates how early we are. We are pre all of these partnerships and all of these streams of revenue. So this wraps up my IAGON tokenomics node and revenue deep dive. I hope you've learned something from the information that I've shared. And please remember, follow me on X or subscribe to me on YouTube to stay up to date with the latest deep dives and news. Thanks, and I appreciate you guys watching.